All right, 1/3 of the way through the season, running back rankings. This one's interesting to me. I've fine-tuned my grading of it, made it a little bit more solid. I think it was fine last time, but I've made it more weighted towards running than less weighted towards receiving and blocking, which is the way it should be. But it gives a pretty accurate picture of where things are. Obviously, we know there are some solid running backs as you look at the screen right there in the NFC North. This is how I had it going into the season. None of that really matters as to where we are now. This is how I graded it before. What I've changed is it's just got an overall run grade among running backs, their blocking grade, receiving grade, and then I weight it accordingly. Here's how last year looked. We had the Lions at number 1. We had Bears at 3, Vikings 4, and Packers 2. But teams made a lot of changes. There were a significant amount of changes. Let me just get into the grades here. So we got the top 2. It's all the qualified people, and clearly there's some solid running backs in the NFC North. You look at the final grades. I'm going to hit there first, and I'll go to this. 28.66 for the Lions, 28.32 for the Vikings, and 28.88 for the Packers. And the Bears at 23.63, so clearly lagging behind in the running department. I don't think that is a shocker to anybody, especially with the way DeAndre started the year. Can he come back and improve? I don't think he'll ever be David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs. I don't think he'll ever be them. But he can definitely improve upon this year. He can make his year a much more significant year than the way it started out. He's shown that in the last couple weeks. He's been one of the top running backs in the league in the last couple weeks. So it's just a matter of putting in the time and comfortable in the system. But the two-headed monster of Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Emmanuel Wilson's come off to start a really good career as well. So things look solid for them. So I've got the run grade. I've got the blocking grade, who's weighted a little bit less, and the receiving grade weighted a little bit less as well. Here's how I have it over there. You can see their snaps, their attempts, their targets. And then as you go through that, it doesn't show the formulas, but I've got it all weighted appropriately per snap, per attempt, how it weights it out, and how it grades it. And you can see the running grade gets more value. And the Lions and the Packers had the best grades in the running game. But then in the blocking game, the Vikings had the best grade, followed by the Packers. Then in the receiving game, it's pretty solid amongst the Vikings, and then the Bears, then the Lions, then the Packers, but that's not weighted the most. The most weight goes to the running game. They're running backs, and then blocking and receiving. So I don't know if that's interesting to anybody. A lot of people like to see this nerdy analytical stuff that I do. But that's where these guys sit as we're 1/3 of the way through the season. It might change. We'll see. Another one of those where we're just starting the season off. We'll see how things progress and go. But another one where the Bears, this is one of their bigger weaknesses. And it has been. Khalil Herbert's been playing very, very minimally. It's questionable what the Bears are going to do with him. But the same thing with some of these other teams. You don't really worry too much about the third or fourth stringers. DeAndre is the clear running back at this point for the Bears. A little bit of suspect on his blocking grades. The Bears' blocking grades are not the best in the world. The receiving grades are among the best. So let me know what you guys think of this one. This is an interesting one to me with the running backs. 3 left to go on the defensive side of the ball. Linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks. Safeties and cornerbacks are some of my favorite ones to grade. So linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks, and it kind of gives you a picture of where things are. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to do an overall video giving the composite score for every one of these, and then where each team ranks as we move into the second half of the season. We'll see where that is after week 12 as well. So interesting to me. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Till next time, dabears.